Welcome to the Pharma Voice Editor's Take video series, filmed live at the 2012 DIA Annual Meeting in Philadelphia. Hosted by Taryn Grome, editor of Pharma Voice. In this session, Taryn meets with Shabbir Dahod, President and CEO, Tracelink.
We're happy to have Shabbir join us at our 2012 Annual DIA Conference Editors Take video program. So welcome.
Thank you.
Shabbir, talk to us a little bit about the importance of the cloud to improving business processes and creating efficiencies along the drug development continuum.
Great. Well, the cloud computing has really emerged in the last 5 years, with the advent of things like Amazon's web services, and then beyond that, IBM, Microsoft, all providing cloud computing infrastructure. So at the lowest level, cloud computing is really about having a utility, much like you have the electric utility. You have a computing utility that's available to you at all times, anywhere in the world. For the industry, what this means is that there's an opportunity to get however much computing power you want at any point within your company or while you're traveling, etc. However, the way we look at it is that having this computing utility out there within the world really provides an opportunity for greater collaboration between companies, because it becomes a shared resource across multiple companies and an opportunity to really integrate the people, processes, and information that tie together companies. Because today, most companies operate on a basis where they're faxing things, emailing stuff, trying to set up portals, which is very inefficient, both time-consuming as well as costly. And so with cloud computing, you have an opportunity to really collaborate across companies and take processes that are important, such as research and development processes with clinical trials, supply chain processes having to do with manufacturing or distribution, and marketing and sales processes, and integrate across companies all these processes and the people that participate in them.
Thank you for putting the cloud into perspective in terms of the clinical arena. Now I'd like to talk about how our global pharma merging market growth, outsourced manufacturing expansion, and pharmaceutical traceability and serialization regulation are driving change in supply and demand strategies.
Well, what's occurring, and we see this with our major customers that we work with, is that today what's occurring is that there is a 3x compound annual growth rate expected in the pharma merging marketplace. And so what's happening is that based upon that, you're seeing three major results from that. Number one is that the overall distribution network is growing very, very rapidly. So instead of the primary distribution networks being the US, EU, or in Japan, now they're China, India, Brazil, Northern Africa. So you've got an explosion of all the different distribution points. Second major aspect is because of the outsourcing of the contract manufacturing and packaging growing to 50% or more, you're seeing an explosion of all the different companies that participate in that contract manufacturing and packaging and actually developing those drugs for those specific markets. So you see relationships that like Merck does with Sun Pharmaceuticals, etc., to address specific markets. And the third part of it is that there's varying sets of regulations that are occurring in each of these countries. India has a regulation for serialization. Turkey has a regulation for serialization. Even smaller African countries such as Nigeria and Kenya are also creating regulations. Brazil is creating regulations. So the requirements for actually distributing into those countries, manufacturing specific for those countries, are also growing, and that's where the complexity is coming in as well. And so what you're seeing is that in order to really address the global market opportunity, you have to really scale up both how you manage the complexity and scale of your manufacturing and distribution network.
Thank you so much. Those are terrific insights, and they're going to be very valuable to our viewers. So thank you.
Thank you for having me here.
Additional Editors Take videos, as well as podcasts, white papers, webinars, and more, are available in the resources area at www.pharmavoice.com.